Good afternoon, YouTubers. How you guys doing? This is good old Grandmaster Evan here, and you're watching the Anonymous Liberty Media, brought to you by the Worldwide Resistance Network, also known as TWWRN. Breaking news, the wife of Donald Trump Jr. was recently sent to the hospital this morning after opening up a letter with a white powder. She was rushed to the hospital immediately after opening up the letter, and let's get to the video here.
A scare today for the president's son, Don Jr., and his wife, Vanessa, after an envelope sent to their family apartment containing a mysterious white powder was opened. The incident had Vanessa Trump heading to the hospital before they found out that the substance was not dangerous.
A scare for the president's family. His daughter-in-law, Vanessa Trump, was rushed to the hospital after opening a letter containing white powder. The letter was reportedly addressed to Vanessa's husband, Don Jr. 40-year-old Vanessa, a mother of 5, called 911. Reportedly said she was coughing and nauseous. 2 other people who were exposed to the letter were also hospitalized as a precautionary measure. Secret Service is investigating the incident along with the NYPD. The first results indicate the white powder was non-hazardous. None of the kids were home when the letter was opened at Vanessa's mother's apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. According to sources, the white powder appears to be cornstarch. It's the second anthrax scare for the Trump children. In 2016, a similar letter was sent to Trump's son Eric and wife Laura. White powder turned out to be talcum powder. Thank you, John. Yeah. Meanwhile, the president and first lady went out for dinner Saturday night at the Trump International Hotel in D.C. They drew quite the crowd of well-wishers. You can see Melania smiling as she is showered with compliments. Melania, you're gorgeous. It's their first dinner date in a while, and it comes as the president faces more criticism for his remarks regarding White House aide Rob Porter, who is accused of abusing his 2 ex-wives, allegations he denied. People's lives are being shattered and destroyed by a mere allegation, Trump.
Politics is kind of a risky career choice. I mean, whether you're an accountant, a business guy, or a lawyer. If you decide to enter politics, it's a career-altering choice that could be bad or good. Simple as that. In today's video, we're going to talk about some apps that could help you. If you carry around a tablet, or a mobile device like this here. This is a HTC U11. Now, have you ever been driving around and you don't want to get caught by the red light cam? It's a very or don't want to get stopped by a cop who's hiding behind the bushes and shit. Well, I have an app that's good for you. It is called RadarBot, and this is a called RadarBot. Okay. What it does, it helps you bypass the red light cameras. It helps you get bypass any cop who's holding that infamous radar gun. Now, I mean, we all don't want to get caught by a red light cam, or a stoplight cam, or a cop behind the bushes holding that infamous radar gun. Let's see here. Damn it. Now, right now, no speed cameras en route. Okay? I'm not out in the street. I'm here at home doing this video on here on YouTube, entertaining you guys, educating you guys. Give a little message. Sending out a little message here. It so there's the map, and it'll tell you where there's traffic, red light cameras, the speeding camera, whatever you get tired of seeing, because you don't want to get that ticket in the mail, or you gotta pay $500 for speeding, or by chance you like right in the middle of the intersection when the light's yellow, then by the time you get close to the line, it turns red, and all of a sudden you get that evil ticket. The camera caught you red-handed or red-wheeled, and it sends you that ticket you don't want to have. Damn cameras. But the radar bot will tell you where the camera lights are, camera is, and also it'll help you that if you don't want to get caught by a cop. Also, that's why they also got Waze. Waze is also a good app to have. Make sure you download it on your mobile device or your tablet to know how to bypass cops, how to bypass the red light cameras, because you don't want to get caught speeding. You don't want to get caught by a cop holding that infamous radar gun and shit. Download Radar Bot. Also, another app that is pretty good. Now, we all know when we search the web internet, we want to find that site that we regularly go on, do a little research on, do a little research and whatnot. I downloaded an app called Visual. And what Visual is, it monitors websites. Which ones are good, which ones are bad. I mean, we all want to be safe when we go online, search a website for any information, or you want to go onto your favorite website where you can do a little reading, read the news, read whatever you want to. Now, my question is to you guys is have you ever gone onto a website that has been knowing what you type up, you post? I mean, Facebook does it. YouTube does it. They'll kind of, I mean, think about it. You search the web, and it tracks everything you do. I mean, you could post a picture or a video or a news article and whatnot. I mean, that's understandable. You want to share an article with people when you want to post something pretty good, nice. Sometimes people do it to be negative and whatnot. So I also came across a app. Now, how many of you travel around? You travel. Okay, you travel. And you go to, say, a hotel. You go to a hotel. And say like at the hotel, coffee place, restaurant, like that's a place like McDonald's or Burger King or Starbucks, and you want to get online. You need Wi-Fi, right? You need Wi-Fi. Download a Wi-Fi, but you need Wi-Fi leaders. But there's also a place where you want to know, hey, what's the password for this thing here? For their Wi-Fi. What's the password for their Wi-Fi? And you're kind of wondering, could be this, could be this, could be this, and then you see the password of the Wi-Fi, and you hit and you're right at this place. You type in the Wi-Fi password. Hey, no problem. No problem. Say you go to a hotel because they got Wi-Fi. Go to McDonald's because they got Wi-Fi. Go to this place because it has Wi-Fi. The one Wi-Fi you don't want to touch is Greyhound because their Wi-Fi is not secure at all. Okay, now this app here is called Wi-Fi Map. Wi-Fi Map, and also there's another app I use on my iPhone. Well, I used to use on my iPhone, and it same app, same everything, and you will see the password to that Wi-Fi, to that restaurant, to that fast food place, to the hotel that you're going to. And you could go to that Wi-Fi and it'll show the password. And you click on it and it'll show the password. Tap on the password and you're good and you're golden. Now let's see here. Also another app that's good to use, but they can't see use. And it is Down Detector. Down Detector. And what it is, it helps you detect any downed Wi-Fi, down whatever. I say power, internet, anything that's down. It will detect any and it will work. It will detect any it will. Let's see here. But it is a good app to have, to use if you feel like there's a down internet, a down power or whatnot. But it's a good app to use. But I won't use it. I don't like ads. Ads are worthless. Now, what is here are some more apps that help you. What is the most annoying thing that's happening? Spying. Spying is an annoying thing that's happening to everybody around the world. Now, I have some apps here that could be really good for you. Wiretap detection. Cell spy catcher. Wiretap removal. Anti-spyware. Anti-spyware. Now, what I have here is anti-spyware. Incognito. Detect the undetectable. Free lifetime. Now it's scanning. It's scanning. All it says here, please do not remove incognito from your device if you want. Let me read here. For now, it's scanning. Please do not remove incognito from your device. If you remove incognito from your device, you will not have its protection and free updates. Now, let's see here. Cell spy catcher. During the self-learning process, this app will collect information that all local networks. Afterward, you'll be warned about any unknown networks such as fake cell towers. Yeah, fake cell towers. Wiretap removal. Some apps may interact. Okay, I understand. Now, any attempt to wiretap your phone will be detected, shown, and logged. You will be alerted when someone tries to spy on you by reading your location, making voice recordings, or by setting up hidden phone call safe configuration log setting page. Okay. It will detect anything. So download wiretap removal. Pretty good. Wiretap detection. Now, any attempt to wiretap your phone will be detected. Show and log. Oh, cord. Same thing. Download wiretap detection. It'll be pretty good to have. All you have to have is for security and protection reasons. Shit. Also, I have here is let's see. Let me see here. Got some good here. Let me see here. Stingwatch. This is the app here. That's Stingwatch. What it'll do, it would also detect any stingray. Now look, this is the app here. And if you go to geek mode. Let's see here. Click geek mode. Geek mode will change your settings to access any advanced features. Simulate detection. It says single watch has detected a stingray within 500 meters of you. It will detect any doing watch. It's a good app to have if you see. It won't work on an Apple iPhone or a Windows phone. To use it, you have to have an Android device. But it would detect a stingray. Because law enforcement, they carry stingrays just for holding. I mean, stingrays to me is more of a rights violator. Right. Other apps I have here. I also have a shell shock scanner. It would detect any. It would you check for any vulnerabilities. So it's a good app to use. Also, if you want Ghost Commander. It's a pretty good app to have. It's kind of a you want to store any information on your phone, any external apps, good to use. Now, also the one Trekking Alert. Trekking Alert. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it don't. But use it at your own risk. VPN is a virtual. It's an iVPN. It's called iVPN, and you can hide your IP address on your device. You can choose any country from Algeria all the way to Vietnam, and you could quick connection. You could hide yourself in plain. Well, right here you can choose any country you want to hide your IP. But say you're in the United States, and as for me, I'm in the United States. I would go with Russia. I would choose the strongest signal. I would go with St. Petersburg. What's my IP?
Warning, no GPS signal.
My IP will show here in the country of France. The country code is FR. Region, Isle de France. Code, region J. City, Clichy, can't pronounce, but it's time zone, Europe, Paris. ISP, online, SAS. Organization, online, SAS. And so on and so forth. I'm hiding in France. So this would be a pretty good app. You want to hide yourself. Also, you can use, now, here's another app. Cam Shield. Cam Shield. You can hide any part of your device. Back cam or front cam. Your device. Why Cam Shield? Question mark. Why Cam Shield? Conglomerates, governments, and hackers. Are they watching you? Malware are embedded in harmless apps in Viz, Instagram, and WhatsApp. These apps would click your photos where you are not aware. Save yourself by starting the Cam Shield service. Cam Shield will notify you whenever your camera is accessed. Okay. Also, camera and microphone. And also another version of Cam Shield. I could shut down off my camera and my microphone. Fake GPS. Fake GPS. Fake GPS. You could hide map type. Let's go with hybrid. It's also good to use. Wi-Fi thief detector. Wi-Fi thief detector. If you have Wi-Fi and you have people try to backdoor themselves into your Wi-Fi, since my Wi-Fi is good, online device connected now. 2 unique devices found. My phone and a router. Unknown. Okay. A Mitsubishi dealership. Unknown device. iOS operating system. Unknown. Brand. Intel Corp. IP address 10.0.0.1. Also another app. This one is a so what was it called? I downloaded it like the other day. I'll find it here. The app here. Come on. Arcade.com's NetCut. Lock will stop new user access to Wi-Fi unlocked to resume normal. This is a remember function. Port. Option. Fast scan. These are functions. But it has to be rooted. But that's unless you root your phone. Which rooting is kind of like, anyway, jailbreaking away. So don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Also, we have here is an app that'll help you. Welcome to your router application. Router configuration made easy. Control your Wi-Fi router as possible. Change your name, find your default username, password, find your IP gateway address. Less time. First, you don't know your default. Go to first tab. I'll do it later. DHCP. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. That'll work. But this isn't about. These are apps that can help you. Okay, for one, traffic. Again, traffic. Do not like red light cameras. Now, RadarBot is an app you should use when you're out in the road. And if you're out someplace, say a hotel or fast food place, Wi-Fi map is a good one too. Visual, if you're surfing the web, and good. Make sure that you're on a website that will not give you a virus on your device, whether you're using a laptop computer, a tablet, or a mobile device. I like to have apps that could be secure. Now, here's one that's worth having. It's DF NDR security. We'll cool it down a little bit. Temperature, cool it down. Apps heating up the CPU. Defender will also help with your phone being cooled down. It will cool down your thing here. It's pretty good because here your phone is cooled down 14.4 Fahrenheit. Pretty good. But it is worth to have. It's worth to use. But do not get stuck with getting apps on your devices and stuff. Ads will really fuck you up big time. But I do recommend apps that can really help you. You know what I mean? Pretty much what I got on my phone is browsers, secure browsers for the internet, secure anti-spyware, and all the other stuff that is good. I mean, if you want to be on the internet safely, it's pretty good. But it's much this video is not so much about the app. It's about what can you do for yourself. If you're carrying around a mobile device and you want to be secure, you want to be protected, you want to do things safely, cautiously, I should say. But I do recommend VPNs on the internet, but also when you're out on the road, when you're out on the road. I do recommend RadarBot. I've been looking into that. It's a good app to have. It's good to use. So is Waze. I mean, you don't want to run into the red light cameras, the speeding cameras and whatnot, because you know for a fact you do not want to get a ticket in the mail. Oh no. Awesome. Cold water feel good. I've always been cautious. Try to be careful. I mean, try to be careful, period, in general. Careful. I want to do an explanation here. If you guys don't mind. Thank you. I was involved in a roundtable discussion last night, and I was using my phone because on my laptop computer, the whole messenger, the whole video chat thing doesn't work. Gone. So I've been using my phone. I've used my iPhone, which worked pretty good. I've used it before, and I've used it for a long time. $100, October 2nd, and I've had no problem with this. I've used my iPhone for stuck on a roundtable. It worked pretty good. Sometimes, but sometimes I'll get kicked, booted, because of the connection. My Wi-Fi, I got Xfinity. It works really good. Works really damn good. And on my thing, it'll say slow connection, and so I'm lucky that my Wi-Fi works. Yeah, my Wi-Fi was doing pretty good. My Wi-Fi was okay. I got the big old hybrid router and thing combination thing, but my phone was connected, but it said slow connection. It did the same thing on my tablet. Slow connection. All of a sudden, I get booted. And a buddy of mine would tell me, not so much that, I mean, it seems that somebody don't want us, it's toying with us because they don't like what we're talking about. They kind of have an issue with this shit. And I want to talk to you guys about that while we're discussing, while I'm introducing some apps that'll help you. I mean, my Wi-Fi was pretty good. All of a sudden, I was getting kicked, getting booted and whatnot. I was getting booted. And it seems that nobody doesn't want us to talk about issues here. Because I feel that there's something wrong, something going on here. Okay. I did a video last night titled "How Far Will Hillary Clinton Go to stay out of jail?" And now, the thing, my question is, my Wi-Fi was good. Okay, my Wi-Fi was good. Okay, my Wi-Fi was good. But on my devices, my smartphone and my tablet was getting slow connection. It was a slow connection. Slow connection. So I'm kind of wondering if my Wi-Fi was good, I could connect to the Wi-Fi, no problem. Pretty good. And all of a sudden, I get a slow connection, and I get booted. And it's kind of like connecting, connection complete. I mean, maybe you, the viewers, can explain it for me. Okay, let me explain again. I was involved in a round table discussion, and the topic was why parents who decide to homeschool their kids be labeled as child abusers who are homeschooling their kids. And we were talking about that. We were talking about how kids who are homeschooled have a much better chance at going to a good college and get a good steady job and have a higher rate in education, because in most schools today, students are attacking the teachers because these students don't like to be told what to do. But listen, motherfuckers, you are to go to school to learn, not to attack the people who's trying to teach you something, try to educate you. Because if you learn something in school, instead of being a little prick and attacking your teacher because they took your phone away because you were being a prick, doesn't give you the right to attack your teacher. Because they're trying to educate you. Put your phone away. Learn something. Your parents did not teach you or raise you to attack an educator. You weren't raised that way. Your parents raised you better than that. Yeah, your parents raised you better than that. Your parents raised you to learn something. Your parents raised you right to learn. To learn. Now these days, kids these days have no respect. They have no respect because they hang out with the crowd of snowflakes. Snowflakes who have no idea how lucky they have it to learn something, to get an education. They should be thanking their parents raising them. Also, you gotta wonder, did they raise their kid to attack a teacher? Schools these days are becoming gladiatorial battlegrounds. Highly dangerous. They're throwing chairs at one another. Highly dangerous. Highly dangerous. If you wanted to fight, you wait till you get off school campus when school's out. You do it somewhere else. You don't do it on campus at all. School is a place to learn. Not to attack a teacher and not to attack a fellow student. Because you are there to learn. To get educated. To learn. I think it's kind of when you hang out with the wrong crowd and you get your attitude just starts to change because the crowd you're in, you start to adapt separately from the way your parents raised you. Parents raised you to be a respectful human being, not to be disrespectful to your peers, to the adults that are teaching you how to a educational level. What your parents wanted you. Now, when I was in school, I never did that. I never took a chair and attacked a student or attacked a teacher because they took my phone. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? If a teacher takes your phone away, maybe you're the one who fucked up. Just because a teacher takes away your phone, that means it's time for you to open your eyes and ears and shut your fucking pothole. The reason that most parents homeschool their kids is because, well, gee, look what happened in school last week. Susie got attacked by another girl because Susie had something that this other bitch wanted. So this other bitch took a chair and hit it on Susie. Was this bitch punished? No, she wasn't punished. This kid attacked the teacher because the teacher took away his phone because the kid wasn't paying attention. So this little prick got up and attacked and slammed the teacher. If that was my kid, I would have stuck a foot so far up his ass. He'll be throwing the shit I stepped in. These little fuckers had no respect for anybody. Now whatsoever. Now, this video ain't about apps that will help you. This is also an area where I put in my 2 cents on the whole educational shit. Okay? Now, just about 3.5 years ago, my son went to Bullard High School here in Fresno. Okay? My son went to Bullard High School. Bullard High School. Okay? In Fresno, California. Here in Fresno. He wasn't even in school for 2 weeks. Not even 2.5, 3 weeks. There was a bomb scare. Bomb scare. The school was one of 3 places that was going to be bombed. So his mother called me and told me that she had put our son in charter school. That's right. Because charter school was more safer than the regular high school, because the school itself was getting bomb threats. Bomb threats from 3 fucking idiots. And one of them just enlisted in the military. Just enlisted in the military. Making bomb threats to a school. With 200 plus, with a little over 300 plus students on campus. And you say that parents are child abusers because they want to homeschool their kids. Homeschooling and charter schooling to me are better. Okay? Because a parent has a right to do what's best for the child, not the government. The government needs to stay out of parenting. Keep your nose out of my business. If I want to protect my child and put them either in homeschooling or charter schooling, that's my choice as a parent. Because if you realize public school, it's okay. But here's the problem with it. You have some bad apples on campus that think they could get away with anything and everything they could. You think it's funny to attack a teacher because you felt that they took away your phone was a no-no to you. You want to be this Barney badass to attack a teacher who's educating you. You want to take on somebody. How about take on somebody who ain't a teacher? Because here's the thing. Between this person and the teacher, this person will clean your fucking clock. Teach you a lesson or so. Because once you turn 13, your brain's already turned to shit. Whether you're a boy or a girl, once you hit 13, your brains turn to shit. Your brain is shit by the time you leave high school. Your brain is shit the day you turn 13 until you hit 18, because 18 is military age. Oh, yeah. Why don't you take your little Barney badass attitude to the military? Because I tell you what, you won't last being a Barney badass. You'll be little Susie big bitch. Because you would be the bitch of Uncle Sam. Oh, yeah. You will be Uncle Sam's bitch. Until you deploy, motherfucker. So once you deploy, that Barney badass attitude goes out the window, scared, with its tail between its legs, to show your old self. Because you got a drill sergeant, and you got a few other fellow soldiers who would have no problem at all. Wait till you're fucking asleep and take a sock with a soap in it and pounds you to. You still want to be this Barney badass. That will not go for you. Because they will teach you a lesson or a time or two, motherfucker. Just remember, if you think if you could attack a teacher in high school, do you think you could do that shit to a drill sergeant? I don't think so. Because that drill sergeant would pound your face to mush. The first attempt, because that little Barney badass attitude will be going away as a cow with the yellow streak on its back and the tail going between its legs. That's you, part of you, going away because you're no longer Barney badass. You're Uncle Sam's little bitch. See, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. See, I was supposed to want to do this video on apps that will help you. But something really kind of bothered me, been bugging me. Teachers who also attack students. No. Nah. No. Oh, man. The one thing you also don't do as a teacher is put your hands on a student. No. Unless they provoke it, you finish it. You slam them on the ground. You restrain them. Call for security. Haul that little bastard out of the classroom. You restrain them. Call for security. And they'll take this little prick out of the classroom. But, if the student is just from kindergarten to 4th grade, or up to 6th grade, my question is this: why do school districts allow police officers on campus at grammar schools? They do not belong on school campuses. I've seen a few videos where a cop slammed a 12-year-old on the ground, physically picked up this child and body slammed her on the ground, left her in the pool of her own blood. The cop got a promotion for it. I say you demote this motherfucker. Demote this son of a bitch. Because a cop has no right putting his grubby, filthy, dirty hands on a 12-year-old girl and pick her up and slam her on the ground. No. No way in fucking hell. See, two things shouldn't happen. A student should never, ever lay their hands on a teacher. And a teacher should not ever lay their hands on a student in any way, except for to defend themselves, to restrain the student, call for security, and they will drag this little bastard out of class. Now, if it was a female student attacking a female teacher, same fucking thing. Restrain this bitch, restrain the student, call for security, and they will drag this little bitch out of the classroom. A teacher should never harm a student, no matter what age they are. 5 to 18, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The worst thing I ever seen a cop do is put cuffs on a 6 to 7-year-old kid who has done nothing wrong, but the administrator of the school says he was harming people. 5, 6 years old kid. The cuffs are on his arm here, and they're putting pressure on the boy's back. I mean, it's putting pressure on his back. He's trying to relieve the pain by positioning himself a certain way. The cop says, "You need to sit down. You need to sit back down," and he's in pain because the cops are here, and they're putting pressure on his back. Cops are getting too much leeway. Too much fucking leeway, and this leeway leads them to get promoted. Congratulations, Bob. Good job for putting a cuffs on a 5-year-old kid who did nothing to anybody. Good job, Bob. and other cops were like, "Fuck you, Bob. You put cuffs on my kid. Just for that, I'll wait by your patrol car to beat your ass. To whoop your ass. Maybe I could put cuffs behind your back and beat you fucking senseless." But cops don't matter. Don't matter what color the cop is, what size. I mean, police officers get away with murder. Okay, murder. The only time you ever see a cop getting held accountable is if one cop rapes 13 to 15 black women. Because he has the power. I'm the God. I'm the power. I'm God. I'm power. And then to find out he's in the courtroom. He goes from this big, badass guy, I got me some blood. And you see him there getting charged, convicted, and sentenced. He's sitting up there crying in tears because he no longer has the power and he ain't God no more. He's doing 33 years in prison for raping 14 black women. Where's the big bad wolf now? Where's the big bad ass now? You whimpering pussy. See, cops, they get away with murder. Okay, for example, there's a cop that they call him. He calls himself RoboCop. Took down this guy, and he's punching him 16 times in the fucking head. 16 times, just punching him. The guy's just laying there while Mr. RoboCop himself punches the guy in the face, in the head. 16 straight shots. Boom, 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 boom. And guy's just laying there. Laying there in handcuffs. Finally, he gets held accountable. And by a judge who's black. She laid into him like a redheaded stepchild. If you are that kind of cop, you should be careful after you retire. Let me explain why. There are people who you illegally put behind bars because they were embarrassing you. They were going after your they were destroying your ego, making you look like shit. But you had to be, you had to let that ego reflect your head a little bit larger because they embarrassed you. They schooled you on the law. The law you should be enforcing. But when somebody tells you the law, explain the law or whatever, it makes you feel like you're this fucking small, but the ego in your mind is this fucking huge. So you gotta put them in handcuffs, put them back in the patrol car, take them to the station where you and your buddies beat the shit out of them. But when they die, on your fucking watch, yeah, on your fucking watch, you say, you find a way on how to not get caught here. You say, well, she hung herself. He hung himself. Which really means you beat them so senseless that they died, and you made it to look like they killed themselves. Which really means you motherfuckers in the badge, You let all that ego go to your fucking head. You let it all go to your fucking head. And when an ego goes to your head, you decide, well, I'm going to play the blue wall card. I'm going to write it where cause of death, suicide. And you make sure it is suicide, because when I find out that you killed this person behind bars because they embarrassed you on the street, you're promoted. Like, you act like nothing ever happened, but get promoted. The only way to save your ass is that you get promoted. You get promoted. But there's also another thing that really puts you in a bad mood, is that when somebody is filming, they're sitting there, they're filming the shit you're doing, but you feel like in your mind, what they're doing is illegal, which the Supreme Court states a police officer can be filmed as long as the person who's filming them is not in the way at all. But the only way to stop this is that I'm gonna see your ID. Fuck you, we can get my ID, motherfucker. I'm on the sidewalk, I'm not in the way, go back and do your fucking job, motherfucker. The person's filming, I'm fine, go back, do your job, pig, do your job, pig, do your job, pig, do your job. Of course, you can't call them a pig because they take that to offense. Wow. Mr. Pig in a Blanket don't want to be called Piggy. And all of a sudden, they're filming the cop doing something really stupid. See, what a cop don't like happening is they don't like seeing their actions on the internet. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Especially YouTube. Because here is a known fact. Cops do monitor Facebook. They do monitor Twitter. They do monitor Instagram. They do monitor YouTube, especially YouTube. Departments all over the country, they monitor YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Oh, yeah. They sit on their little ass, on their fat asses, and they monitor social media, because anything you post on these websites or whatever, they will know. They will know. They will know for a fact. And they will trace where that link is from. They will find you. They will say, well, we're here to arrest you because we posted on YouTube and Facebook. Oh, Mr. Piggy getting mad now. Because Mr. Piggy getting mad now because he doesn't like the First Amendment. Mr. Piggy doesn't like anybody to have a First Amendment right. Oh, Mr. Piggy's mad. Well, boo-hoo-hoo for you, Mr. Piggy. Yeah. Constantly pissed off on Mr. Piggy. Constantly pissed off on Mr. Piggy. Too bad. Too bad, too bad, too bad. Too bad because, see, one thing Mr. Piggy don't like is somebody who knows their rights. Somebody who knows cases. And what these cases mean. See, when an officer don't like somebody who knows their rights, to them they feel a little insulted, embarrassed, because cops don't like anybody schooling them on the law. See, here's also a known fact: not all cops know the law. They don't. Not all departments know the law. because they assume, because they were either based on lies. They're thinking like, see, some cops think that it's illegal to film them, no matter what a judge says, because a cop thinks he's God. Some cops think they're above the law. Some cops think they're God. Some cops think they're immune from prosecution. They think they're immune from getting tried and convicted. In their minds, I can't be convicted. I can't be tried. I can't go to prison because I'm God. And God cannot go to prison. Motherfucker, you're a human being with a badge, a gun, and weapons. You're no God. You're a fucking pig with a huge fucking ego problem. See, I respect good cops because good cops take their oath seriously. They take their job seriously. And when you see another cop who takes his oath seriously and tells another cop, hey, that's not how you work. That's not how I work. I take my oath seriously. I take my job seriously. So the thing is, if another cop gets owned by another cop, and that cop got owned, we're going to turn in the good cop who took an oath. See, a department isn't just full of good cops and bad cops. It's a fraternity of assholes and good cops. See, if one cop arrests another cop from the same department, then a cop who made the arrest gets his life threatened, his career threatened, because, oh, you cannot, oh, what are you doing? You can't police one of our own? Bullshit. There are some cops that take offense to what another cop does. If one cop crosses the line, then his or her partner has to say, look, chill, man. Hey, back the fuck off. Because if a person's on the ground in fear for their life, because this one bad apple wants to beat the shit out of this person because they think they can. You got this one cop saying, hey, look, whoa, stop. Just stop. But here's some good news here. What I found out. Bad cops that are dumb, stupid, lame, egocentric cocksuckers are now have to pay their victims out of their own fucking pocket. I say about fucking time. About fucking time. Oh yeah, about fucking time. If you're a fucking idiot with a badge and you do the crap you do that breaks the law, I say reform the whole law enforcement issue. Reform it. There has to be a limit where departments cannot violate the civil asset forfeiture law. They abuse it every fucking day. Every fucking day. We need funding. Motherfucker, you're getting government fucking funding from the government, you piece of shit. Well, it's not enough. Fuck you. Your department's making billions of dollars in illegal theft. You go in people's homes without a warrant. You don't show a warrant. You refuse to. You don't go to a judge because it takes too long. You go automatically. Where's a warrant? We don't need a warrant. Fuck you, you fucking pig. You need a warrant. The Fourth Amendment states you need a warrant, cocksucker. You need a warrant. Search. You need an attorney, a DA, to go to a judge. Sign the warrant, motherfucker. And when you search, make sure you have the warrant in hand. Don't assume. And don't even think that you could write yourself a warrant, because you're not a fucking judge. You're a cop who's a fucking egocentric pig who thinks, I'm above the law. I am God. You're not God. You're a fucking pig. The badge. The civil asset forfeiture is a law that is for to go after drug dealers, drug cartels, not regular citizens who has done nothing wrong. But in your ego-filled mind, you think they're carrying drug money because they got a bag full of $10,000 and it's drug money. What proof do you have, you badge-wearing piece of shit? You think that you could go into someone's house, take their shit. Well, let's see. This will add a few $1,000s to the budget. Or stop them on the side of the road because you think you smell marijuana, which you're full of shit. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment below. This is good old Grandmaster Revenue signing off. And you just watched Anonymous Liberty Media, brought to you by the Worldwide Resistance Network, also known as TWWRN. Remember, knowledge is free. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself. Peace out. Revan out.